Good evening. This is being filmed at the end of one of our Wednesday classes. Now, the Kajuen route is primarily Jiu-Jitsu focused, but we very openly bring in other martial arts, and we are very heavily influenced by Karate Jitsu these days. On our Sunday morning classes in the past few months, I've been teaching the juniors Taikuku Shodan or Kihon-gata, really just as a tool to improve their stances and footwork. Now really, if you're going to teach kata, you need to be teaching Bunkai application with it, otherwise what's the point really? So what I'm going to give you now is just a little bit of application to Taikuku Shodan or Kihon-gata. So with Taikuku Shodan, Kihon-gata, the movement I'm talking about is when we start from our Shizen Tai, the left leg moves, we step out, we've got this so-called downward block and the step through punch. Now, as a lot of my friends will appreciate, these kind of so-called blocking movements are completely misunderstood anyway in a large number of dojo. One key thing is that very often it's not the main movement that should be the focus of the defence. It should be what precedes that. Now in the case of, say, the classic so-called rising block, there is very often this first. This is the true uki before this comes in. We understand, say, Shuto uki. Shuto uki really is less about this and more about that. And so is the case here. And this is what I want to explore in this application. So, we've got, before this downward block, downward hammer fist, whatever, there's an initial movement. We've chosen to stylize it as an inner deflection because it suits our style of jiu-jitsu, but generally, certainly when I learned Taikuku Shodan, it was almost a punch, and that's what I'm going to focus on. So what I'm going to have is this high level attack, and I'm going to sidestep it, and this opening movement is going to be used as the punch. So what I've got is that, okay? So I've stepped off, because that's what the kata does, it's telling me to step forwards, step out to the side actually, but the left leg moves, and I've got this. This downward hammer then is this bit here. So I'm taking off balance and now expose the targets I'm after. So it's this, where the focus here is on that. So it's there, catching the ribs. That's not a fight ender, but we know you get a good shot here, it's horrible. This then comes to here. I'm either catching the sleeve or the wrist, whichever works. And now I'm taking his balance and he's off balance. So now I'm going to step through and there is my target. Okay? I could also step past and make this a throw. So what I've got is that. Which I'll do again in slow mo. So I'm off. This is all the setup for this. He's off balance and now I step through. Kata teaching me to drive everything through. So one more time for you, do it full speed. That's what I'm looking at. The juniors, of course, talk about 60 watts here. We're learning this. So really basic, simple bunkai, but still I think pretty effective and certainly covers a lot of principles of martial arts and of Bunkai. So I hope that is of interest to you, and thank you very much.